One, Jan Fursden here from Fursden House. Well, I've finally done it. I have completed my first Edith Holden journal. And by that I mean that this journal has nothing but Edith Holden artwork throughout the entire book. And it is for sale. It's in my Etsy shop, and I'll put that link below. It's also my first Sewn signature journal, and I have to say I've had an absolute blast creating this. Mainly because I love Edith Holden artwork, but I also enjoyed the freedom of working on unbound individual pages, so you will probably see more of these in the future. So let's get started. First of all of the pages and cutouts of her artwork are original pages, and from that I mean I did not photocopy the pages. I literally cut them from her books. So they are, the pages are nice and thick and yummy and much better quality in my opinion. And that book is titled The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. And Edith Holden wrote that for the year of 1906. And she just, it's just a beautiful book. If you'd like to, I'd urge you to read that if you could. And I've given you a little preview in here. So as I mentioned, the journal is for sale. The Etsy shop link will be below. The dimensions are 6.5 inches wide by about 8 3/4 inches tall. So it's a little bit larger than most. It is one signature, hand sewn. There are 36 pages and loads of journal cards and tags for lots of extra journaling. I love to write myself, so I always want to make sure I have plenty of space for journaling for everyone else. And all the pages have been either distressed with ink or tea or coffee stained. And the closure is done with organza lace. You may remember from my previous video, I did a video flip through for Edith Holden pockets and tags that I'd made, and all of those tags and pockets are going to be used in this journal. So let's proceed. We have here the front pocket here. You can see those are identical, it's just different size books that I've used. And there's a journaling space on the reverse. It's identical. There we go. Put it in the pocket here. I put a little bit of trim up here, and there are 3 buttons here. The spine. And I've left the back page unadorned so that you can enjoy her artwork and some of her writings. And throughout her book, she included special verses that meant something to her from different artists. Here's one from Wordsworth. There's some throughout the book, so it's really neat to look at and to review. So let's open her up. Try and stay in focus here. So there's your inside page. Beautiful picture of flowers. This is called digitalis. They use this plant to make heart medicine. I'm not sure if every one of you knew that, but I just thought it was really neat. Here we have, again, I've put some of her writings so that you can get an idea of what her book is like. And this pocket, the idea came from an issue in Daphne's diary. It's several years old, about 2 or 3 years old, I believe. And I just thought it was fantastic, so I took the idea and ran with it and just used her pages from her book to create the pocket. It's just a little button here. Very simple. Here we have little journal tags. There's a small one here. I got tickled with the name of this one. It's a beautiful flower. But the name of it is lousewort. Lousewort. I got quite tickled with that. So, and just a little small journaling space. A friend had asked me what I would use these small spaces for. And for my own self, I like putting special Bible verses that are particularly meaningful to me, or perhaps an inspirational quote. Also special dates that I want to remember, an anniversary or something like that. Just anything pretty much that you want to do. And then we have a picture of a crabapple. More journaling space on the back. a tag that shows this book belongs to, and a little journaling space here. And an oval tag. This is something I do in all of my journals. I always put the first entry date and the last entry date. So I've done that for you if you would like. It gives me an idea of what journal comes after what journal and so on and so forth. They're kind of keeping things in time order. Okay. Put these back. Oops, there we go. We have a large side pocket over here, and here I've just left a page of her diary entries for April of 1906. Have a tag, and again these tags were mentioned in an earlier video of mine. Again, I will put that link below. This is a pocket here. A little bit of organza ribbon at the top. This pocket fits over the page. Sort of. There's the pocket there. If I can get it open. Here we are. Well, it doesn't want to cooperate, but there you have it. Picture of sweet little birds. Journaling space on the back. I've just done stamping of leaves throughout and done some hand coloring. A little bit of trim here and the word yew trees. And this just goes over the page like so. I love these little these little paper clips. They're from the Tim Holtz collection. I've used quite a few of them throughout. They're so sweet. And this part of the pocket you can use as a tuck spot, which is what I've done, as you can see here. Just made a little booklet here for writing. Another pocket. Some journal cards here. Obviously a lot of journaling space. Another journal card. And some antique lace, crocheted lace that I've put on there. And another journal card here, reverse. I've left, in several areas, I've left the pages just unadorned so that you can enjoy her artwork. This one's really nice. I love the names of some of these. This is Treacle Mustard. And there's the Treacle Mustard plant. Here we have another journal card. I've also put in a page here for more journaling space. And we have the violets, sweet, sweet violets. I love them. And I've just done some hand stamping the word harmony. Over here we have another large journaling card of Iris. Just going up into a doily tuck spot here. Lace on the edge. This paper, this particular shade of paper, I purchased on an Etsy shop, and I cannot remember the lady's name, but I will put that link below. She used doilies and then did some coffee staining. It was absolutely beautiful. And so again, I will put that link below. It's just beautiful paper. It saved me a lot of time. I did the darker ones myself with coffee staining, but the lighter ones are from her. And here we have a poem, Aurora Lee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And then more journaling space on the reverse. Here we have a large side pocket. Some of these pockets I've left empty so that you can put your own keepsakes in them, letters, special cards, what have you. And then obviously journaling space here. On this side I've put in some handmade paper. I did not make that paper myself. I don't have the patience or the talent for making it, but it's beautiful. It's a lovely texture. And I've stained the edges. And here is another pocket. Reverse has some journaling space on it, little fabric flowers. And then another picture of the digitalis. Here we have another journal card with eggs. Eggs of birds which begin nesting in March. That's what this says here. And then I've just stamped the word beautiful on there. On several of the pages I've stitched lace down. And her book, it's called The Diary of an Edwardian Lady. It was written in the year 1906, so that's what this is from. An unadorned page. Here are one of my pockets. Again, these were mentioned in a previous video, which I'll put the link below. The hard part is trying not to overdo the decoration because you don't want to overpower her artwork. Hopefully I've managed to do that without too much of a problem. There's a pocket there. And then on the reverse, another pocket. I've left those pockets empty so that you can put your own things in them. And this just goes over here. And then you can use this as a tuck spot also. If you have a page or something that you want to keep, just slide it up in there. This is the middle of the signature. Let's see the eggs. Those were fun to cut out. Having 4 little eggs hand cut that had to match each other. That was fun. This is one of my favorite pages. This flower here is called Wall Pennywort. I love these names. And on this page I put in my own botanical contribution. It's just a CD sleeve that I've coffee dyed. It's a purple-throated white orchid from my home here in Madison, Alabama. And the orchids are loose in there. They are dried, but they are loose. You can remove them if you'd like. I put a little bit of trim here. But you can obviously put anything in the envelope that you'd like. I just thought it was rather appropriate for this type of book. Get my little stickers here. Whoops, did too many pages. There we go. Okay. Get it fixed here in a minute. There we are. And this is just, again, you use this as a tuck spot. Beautiful picture of a nest and eggs. Journaling space on the reverse. Lots of journaling space. She lived in Gowan Bank, Oulton, Warwickshire. So that's why I put that up there. Lace, as you can see, stitched along the sides of the pages. Have a large pocket here. And again, left her journaling so that you can read that. It can also give you ideas of how to journal if you're unfamiliar with it. Just, you know, there's some examples. Journaling should be fun. I like to write about anything and everything. My thoughts, inspirational ideas I've had, anything and everything. Basically, it's to get the information out of your head and onto a book, and it's wonderful to be able to go back in time and look at those journals. It's just, I've kept journals since the 5th grade. That's when I got my first diary, and I've just had so much fun going back through them. It's a lovely bit of history. There we have some more journaling space. Journaling cards here. And we have another pocket, again using the flap of the pocket as a tuck spot. Have here the handmade paper. Again, I've distressed around the edges with stain. A large journaling page. And that's what was on the cover, if you'll... Obviously, I liked it. Let's get back to where we were. Here we are. And then again, this pocket. There. And the reverse. So it goes on the page like so. Make sure I have one page this time instead of two. And then here is the tuck spot area. I've just made a little mini tablet. A poem about June from Matthew Arnold. More journaling space here. Obviously in here. A booklet. Blossoms of Holly and Maple. May has been a cold, stormy month. Well, you know that's not here in Alabama. May is usually pretty warm for us. But in England, an entirely different story. Journaling space. More pockets. Unadorned page. It's a little area for a journal spot. I love her bees. I love bees. They're wonderful. Wish we had more of them. A little booklet. There we are. And then again on the reverse, unadorned page. I have a journal card here. On this side we have a side pocket, and then sort of a diary within a diary, if you will. I've left the front with entries of June from her, June 1906. And then this is a pocket, as you can see. Here I've just left this as a sort of a large tuck spot. You can always put a piece of paper or receipts or whatever in it, or you can just leave it empty, it doesn't matter. And obviously some more journaling space. These tags with pockets, I fell in love with these. I saw a video recently, and let me make sure I'm trying to pronounce her name correctly. Gayle Agostinelli, I believe is how it's pronounced. Gayle Agostinelli, and I'll put that link below. She did a beautiful video and showed how to make these. Mine aren't anywhere as near as good as hers, so I urge you to go and check out that link. That it'll be below, listed below. But it's really nice because you have like 4 tags that you can, or 4 sides actually, instead of just the normal 2. And in each one I've put little journaling spaces, little tiny booklets. These are so much fun to make and easy, which is especially nice. I've used bits from a very vintage piece of jewelry that I had. And then there's the reverse of that. And then you literally turn it inside out. There you have another set. Here. So again, I will put that link below. They were so much fun. And they literally sit over the page like so. I went ahead and put a paper clip. You don't necessarily have to. More journaling space, obviously. Here we have a tuck spot using a doily, and obviously more journaling space. The butterflies, I cut those out very carefully and very slowly. I was so tempted to use Tim Holtz botanicals, which are so beautiful, but I thought, nope, it has to be Edith Holden. So I found a couple of butterflies. There's one on the reverse as well that you'll see in a moment. But they turned out pretty good. And then again, using that tuck spot just for another journal card. This particular picture was used on the cover of her book. I'll show that here. You can see. And just reverse journaling space. And there's another butterfly. Loads of fun to cut out. And here's a small journaling card. A picture of sloe berries. I'd heard of them, I'd never seen them, so it was nice to see pictures of those. A little journaling area here. A tag. You see the bird in there. I'm not sure what kind of a bird it is. I thought perhaps pheasant, but I probably shouldn't even say that because I don't know. I need to look that up. And then journal space here on the reverse with an organza ribbon here. And we come to the last page, nature notes. Again, that's what she had put in her book. It's a very large pocket. You can keep all manner of things. Got buttons here and a small crucifix. And in here, I thought this was so neat. It's she had a listing in her book of wildflowers which were found in the neighborhood of Oulton, Warwickshire, and it lists them in alphabetical order. So I thought that would be fun for everyone to see. It's amazing, all of these in that one area. England has a wet climate and much cooler than what we have here in the south, and their flora and fauna is just breathtaking. I wouldn't mind gardening so much if I could do it in that kind of weather. So there's the end. Go to the back page, obviously there's that. I appreciate your patience as I read through here, and I would also appreciate any comments or suggestions you have. If you have any questions, please let me know below. And again, I will put all of those links in the space below that I mentioned throughout the book. And if you would, I would also appreciate you subscribing to my channel. That way you can catch any new things that I might be coming up with. I had intended to do 2 of these, and I still do, but I think I'm going to wait a while before I do the second one. I don't want to get burned out on it. I think the next one is going to be full of laces and things, I think. Of course, I change my mind frequently, so we'll see. But again, thank you. I hope you have a blessed day, and you take care. Bye-bye.